prayers tonight. They cry. Hey, 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 hey.
What's good, peoples? It's your boy Luni Infamous. I'm live and direct right now with Miss Ladey Boss herself, Miss Cherry Green. How you doing?
I look for the talent, people who seem like they have a passion for the music, and then try to instill in them in reference to the business portion of this music and entertainment, whether it's dancing, singing, whatever your craft is. You know, you want to build your brand. So basically what I do is try to inform and educate, young artists, young entrepreneurs, how to better themselves and be better at, their business. It's probably been about 10 years, but seriously, probably about the last 3 that I've put more work into it. I got frustrated early on with some of the artists that I was working with because all they wanted to do was get high, and I kind of got agitated about it, so I kind of left it for a minute. But when you have something that's your passion, you can't believe it. So.
Right. What artists are you working with currently?
Currently, would be Luni Infamous, a group out of Kansas City, Wichita, Kansas, TSB. It's a brand new group I haven't really did a lot with yet, but it's a gospel group. Twisted, J-Rags, we have a team called Redroom, so I do a lot of work with the Redroom business, as well as PMP. I have artists up in New Jersey, Carnage Cashman, that we're doing some new projects right now as well.
I know that's got to be hard, working with a lot of different artists and dealing with a lot of different personalities. How do you do it?
A lot of prayer. I tell you, it's not easy. It's really not, because you got all of these personalities. Really, honestly, it's like having children. When you have children, all of your children are not the same. Some require more, and some require a little less. You can tell one, okay, here's what I need you to do. And that one will go and do that and go beyond that and do that. But then you got another one still sitting there like you never told them to move. And it's frustrating sometimes. Honestly, it is very, very frustrating, because you're busting your butt and you're trying to get them out here, get everything that is needed, just like your children. You fill them full of knowledge, you give them the things that they need and equip them with the tools. But if I equip you with those tools, you gotta use them. What good are the tools if you don't use them, if they still laying there on the ground like I gave them to you? So it's not easy, because again, you got all of the different personalities. You got people who, they get jealous. There's a lot of jealousy in this industry. With myself, with having 5 or 6 artists together, you got one's gonna be mad because it looked like you're doing more for this one, and this one gonna be mad that it looked like you're doing more for that one, and then they get an attitude, but they don't never tell you, they just quit. It don't work, and then you wonder what's wrong, wonder what's going on. But all the time it's they're mad, like kids. You're getting mad about what? This is your dream. This ain't my dream. My dream is to help you. So if I can help you to accomplish your dream, then you should be working hard. And that's what I look at, and that's what makes me mad. I should not work harder than you for your dream. I'm working hard for mine, but I should not work harder for your dream than you do.
Right.
It's not easy. Hey. So you got it all situated, huh? You got that? Oh, you on the ball. BMI done, videos done, songs done. You're doing it up, doing it big. That's right. Absolutely, and that's exactly what it takes. It takes a grind. I was just doing a little small interview you know, with that information that if you don't grind in, you in trouble, man. Awesome. Awesome. So you got your tax ID as well? No, you go to irs.gov and you'll get your tax ID. Okay, you get your tax ID and pick your name. Whatever name you're using, and that's the name for your company, that's what you're gonna put on that paperwork when you do your tax ID. And yep, irs.gov. .gov. Okay. All right, you take care now. All right, bye-bye. Yes, sir. Good job.
That's how a boss works, guys. Y'all see it here live and direct. We doing an interview, phone chinging, she's working.
That's how it goes. Some things we having at work. We doing a little bit of everything right now. We're doing some photography. You know, we got some. We actually have a event coming up down in Georgia. That's going to be a backpack event with SUF. They're doing a backpack event for the children and wheelchair people, so they're raising funds to you know, do some donations and charity there. And I got a couple of artists that's going down there. And then we've got something that we're trying to work on with Ray Daniels. Ray Daniels is a man about town. He's always in music and radio, and so we're working on doing that. We got an event coming up on August the 22nd. You need to be there. You need to contact Luni Infamous or J Stig or J Rags and get yourself signed up. It's only $50, but it's going to be very eventful for you. You know, it's another place. It's somewhere different. It's down Somerset. And I guarantee you it's going to be great for you. So if you hear this and you see this, get signed up. Call somebody. Get signed up.
So what's some advice you could give some artists nowadays that are trying to get into the business?
First thing would be to slow down. You know, everything don't have to be fast and in a hurry. You're not going to get famous tomorrow. You know, and there are other things that's more important than just getting famous. You want to build yourself up. You have to build your fan base. You got to get yourself out here. You got to get promotion. You got to get a budget, because there is nothing that you're going to do in the entertainment business that's not going to require some funds. You got to have a little money. You know, it doesn't always cost a lot of money either. It's just a matter of what avenue you go down. You can get a good advertising or promotion for about $350. You can get advertised in a magazine. It doesn't take a lot of money, but you also want to get your product together. Get you some CDs. You know, sell your CDs and take that money and put it back into your business so you can flip it over. And when you get something that's really major that comes up, you got a little cash to back it up. You got to have some money in order to travel, to go different places, and it don't always have to be big time, and you're not always gonna get paid. You gotta remember that. Sometimes you're gonna give something in order to get something back.
Walk with me.
Hey, if you hear me out there, I get down on my knees every night and say, yeah. I'm going to war. I'm going to war. You never know when.
All right, I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a while, and I just want you to open up, you know, and you just talk to the people, and you let the people know who Lady Boss is, what Lady Boss is about, things like that.
Okay. First of all, I'm a mother, grandmother, and a great-grandmother. And on top of that, I've just been blessed tremendously by God.
I know I cannot lie. Heart beating, Lord, listen. Hear the silent
Because I wasn't always right here at this spot where I am right now. It's been a lot of turmoil, a lot of tragedy, but through it all, I never quit, and I never will. I won't give up on what I believe in. There's some things that I believe in. I have integrity, and a lot of people don't understand integrity. I would never cheat you, beat you, steal from you. Those are things that I don't do. It's not in my vocabulary. I wasn't raised like that. My mom did. I just wasn't raised to beat people. That's not something that I respect. I don't respect people who lie and steal. So that's one of the other reasons that I know that God sent me to this particular business at this particular time, because so many people were getting misused and getting beat, that then I can cut through some of that red tape. So I can take the heat. I'm okay, because I've come a long way, and I can take the heat. There ain't nothing that you can do to me. You can't hurt me. You doggone sure can't make me stop, because I'll never quit. And my inspiration is my grandfather. My grandfather had 12 children. My grandmother had 3 sets of twins. My grandfather had a farm. He was a slave. He was in the Civil War. And he was smart enough to barter his way to 260 some acres of land or better. He made what, 10, 20 cents a month. Now I hear people griping and complaining all the time about this and that, and about the white man and people doing this and taking things away from you. You don't know what a struggle is, because you never really had a struggle. This day and time is not a struggle. It's about getting above your behind and doing what you need to do to make it happen. We got so many opportunities, okay? Well, maybe we might have to go over here to get it. So I'm not above or beyond that. I don't have no reason not to go over here and seek what I have. So there's a lot of things out here for us that we're not taking advantage of. We're sitting back and we're griping and complaining. It bothers me. It really bothers me a lot to see that in our young people, some of them, and it's not all young people, are lazy. They just want everything. They feel like they're entitled. They have a sense of entitlement. I'm entitled to this. I need this. I'm supposed to have this. And they will take it from you. And I don't see that. We were brought up in a time where you work for everything you wanted. And I just believe, and I have a lot of belief and trust in people. I love to interact with folks. I love talking to the young people, because I know that's my passion. That is my ministry, is reaching out to the young folks, and even those that are a little bit older, because sometimes we get stuck and we think we can't learn anything. I learned a new word yesterday. I ain't even know nothing about this word, and I might have heard it some other time. Auditorium. I'm like, what is auditorium? I know what an auditorium is, but this is what that is right here. And I didn't know that's what it called. It just looks like a nice little set of trees and flowers.
When I know I cannot fly, heart beating, Lord listen, hear the silent prayers tonight.
But you never get too old to learn. Don't shut yourself off. And don't limit yourself. You're not in a box. You're not in a box. Open that box up. There are so many things that you can do. And that's one of the reasons why I love Luni Infamous. And I'll tell you this, because I gotta say it. I ain't never seen a man like this in my life. There ain't nothing that this dude won't do. He shoot pictures. He shoot videos. He shoot commercials. He raps. He does all the beats for everybody in our team. I ain't never seen nobody who just says, no, I can't do it. He'll try it. Graphics. This dude does graphics. And that's what you have to have. You have to have that drive and that get up and go to say, you know what? I want this, and I'm going to do it. That's what I feel. 2015, I decided in 2014, when I was shown that, after we got out of that mess of GT Shop, and I will mention that because it affected a lot of things and a lot of what I do, a lot of what I feel. And it was a rough time. It really was. And then to be blamed for some of that, and I'm thinking I don't know no way to do that. But this person was able to use people as puppets, and it changed a lot of people's thoughts and mind. Some sit down. Some decided, you know what, I'm gonna go on even stronger. And when you get up and you go on even stronger, even though somebody kick you in the face, that speaks volumes into your life, and God shines on that. You know, if you quit and give up, you might as well die. I'm not a quitter, and I darn sure ain't ready to die. If I have to die, I know what I am, I know whose I am, and I can take that. But I'm not ready to quit, and I'm not ready to die, and I'm not gonna quit. You know, it's not over for me. I'll be 61 years old in about 2 weeks.
We gon' ball like it's your birthday. We gon' ball like it's your birthday. We gon' ball like it's your birthday.
I'm excited about that because when I see where I came from, into drugs, running the streets, partying all the time, and no thoughts. I always said this, I'm not hurting nobody. But all the time there were other people involved. And I just felt like it was just me. And I'm just thankful that God saved me for such a time as this. I'm very excited. I'm ignited about what is happening. People don't realize the doors that are happening, the doors that are being opened. And any door that God opens up, can't no man shut it. It can't be shut down. It can't be quit. You won't get out. There are so many things that I'm excited about. I love my children. They're the best kids in the world. My grandchildren, I love them. I got granddaughters in the service, working. I'm just excited. And I got a new family. You're ready to make another move. A lot of people won't understand it, but it's okay. Because I intend to live and not die. See, I'm gonna live while I live, not die while I live. Nobody gonna stop me from doing what I want to do.
That's deep.
I don't care what you say about me. Guess what? I'm still Sherry Green, Lady Boss. That's me. And ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing. I'm excited. I am overly excited. I was glad to have the little interview today. It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me from the person who's giving it to me as well. Because I could not really say a lot of things to a lot of people, but I have a rapport with Demetrius Hall. And I thank God for it. We were put together and we didn't even know it, that there was a reason. Why did I know this dude? Why all of a sudden I'm driving through snow to get to a place in Lexington. I don't know none of these people. I walk in the house and one dude hollers, y'all don't know who this is. This is Lady Boss. Y'all don't know who this is. I'm like, wow. Oh, really? Well, okay. If he can feel like that about me, guess what? I can feel like that about me. I am special. I am smart. And if you stick with me, you're going to be special and smart too. Because we got some money to make. We got some moves to make. And it's going to be awesome. I promise you that. It's going to be awesome. So look out for all of the projects we got going on. I'm excited. Luni Emphasis got a album coming out soon, his CD. Love Me For Me. You are not going to be disappointed with this CD. I promise you. You want to make sure that you get it. Get 2 copies. Give one to somebody else. Everybody on our team has something happening. Some people have stepped back. Some people have quit. I still love everybody. I do. I still love everybody with all my heart. I just can't waste no time with you no more. I can't do it. See, I wasted enough time already, and I spent enough of my money. I ain't doing that no more. I'm going to spend my money where I know it's going to work. So why would I waste all of this cash on you?
Right. And I like to embark on that because, a lot of artists don't understand that. A lot of artists feel like they're entitled.
Exactly.
And you're entitled to do things for them.
That's right.
And I just feel like, they need to understand that you have to invest in yourself.
Right.
Before somebody will want to invest in you.
That's right. That's right. Because if you don't put any money into you and somebody looks, and here's what happens, and here's what people look at. If someone comes along and say, I got a deal for you, hey, I can put you in this magazine, but you need $350. And the first thing you do is, I ain't got no 350. Shoot, I could put my own self. See, and that's a bad attitude, because you might have missed out on a grand opportunity. And everyone ain't a grand opportunity. But that just might have been the one, and the person was only trying to see where you are. Is this person willing to spend some money on themselves? If they want to spend some money on themselves, guess what? I'm going to give them that one extra push. And that's how it is. I would do the same thing. If I see that you're working, oh, guess what? I'm going to move heaven and earth to make sure that you get what you need. But if you're not working, I'm not going to do nothing. And then I don't care what you say about me. I'm going to chill off you and then direct my attention to somebody else who's really trying. There's a grind in this business. You got to have that grind. And I talked to a gentleman yesterday, Ray Daniels, who said this to me. He said, it doesn't matter how much money you give me, and I get you on the radio, on the internet, on these stations. If you don't put forth the work and you don't have your fans calling in, downloading your CDs, you ain't gonna make it. It's not up to me. You might pay me to get you there, but after you get there, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's all up to you. What you do from this day forward is all up to you. It's over. That's it.